is Andriy Gudjonsson, son of Ida. Say Levchenkov and Sаумов are the two Russians that are going to be coming on once the fourth official has reprogrammed her electronic boards. Lancho is one of those that's gone off, by the way, not surprisingly, after taking that knock in the first half. Looks like Mario is the other player to go off. So here come the two Spartak changes. Gенчу has gone off and Саумов will come on. And Rабаданов has gone off to be replaced by Levченков. So two changes made by each coach. Can make up to 5, of course, in the tournament. And it's a last chance for these players to impress their coaches in the final half of the match for 5th and 6th place. Penalty shootout if needed at 90 minutes if it is still level. Don't forget these sides played in the group stage when Real Madrid ran out winners by 3 goals to 2.
Well, we can have a closer look at Mutaliev in this second half. He's right down below us at his team mark, and let's see if he can have a better second half. Fairly quiet in the first period.
Chip through, comes off Victor. Gregoriev.
Here he is.
Mutaliev just opened up in front of him. Great strike, good tip over as well by Marcos. Good football by both teams.
Well, already, I asked the question there just after half-time. What can he produce in this second half? Can he have a better second half? Because he was fairly quiet in that first period. But there's your answer. Drifts in. He's not closed down, so why not? He takes on the shot.
Into Golятov. Oh. First time touch, just guided it wide of the post. So close to getting his hat-trick. Great start to the second half from Spartak.
Got something about him, Golятov, when he just comes alive in the opposition box. I don't think he's the quickest, but his movement is really good, and he is a goal scorer.
Here he is again, Golятov. Plenty of white shirts forward, Hromin. Gregoriev. Hromin. Толстопятов. Фролов. Саумов. Here's Peter. He's the danger man in terms of picking a pass. Pau. Oh. Threading through to Carlos. What a ball. Carlos searching for his hat-trick. Through to Borishkin. It's a heavy touch by the Real Madrid striker.
They're wonderful at picking out that through pass, aren't they, Real Madrid? I mean, spot on with it all evening so far against Spartak Moscow. Time and time again, the pass is cutting through that Moscow defence. But it's got to be said, Spartak are looking dangerous themselves.
Difficult one to call this. One of those that could go right to the wire. Ball over the top. Victor will shepherd it back to his goalkeeper. Alberto. Lorenzo. Peter. Romero. Adrian. Nicely spread out to Alberto on that far side.
It's really swaying now, this game, isn't it? 1 minute you think, oh, what a ball, what a ball.
Couldn't quite bring that under control, Peter.
Yeah,
do love that ball, don't they?
Unbelievable. Time and time again, it's the inside run. Whoever's playing for Real Madrid just goes, it's a run towards goal. Comes from out to in. The ball's delivered to them. That time the pass was coming from Adrian in midfield. But 1 minute you think Spartak Moscow are looking strong and comfortable, and then just flips to Real Madrid. Difficult game to call.
Kожedub wins the corner of Rafa. Already threatened once in this half from a corner. Free at the back, Mutaliev.
Oh my word.
Well, it was Golятов from the first corner in this second half, and now Mutaliev has just pulled the shot wide. Coach has got his head in his hands as well. He can't believe it.
I don't know what he's looking at there, Mutaliev. I don't know whether he thinks it's been a foul, but he's got his hands in his head in his hands there. Absolutely, what a miss there from 6 yards out.
Lorenzo. Yeah, Frolov was the man who went down in the penalty area. Here it is again.
Oh, no.
Not even close. Left foot, maybe?
He's a right-footed player. I mean, we could tell he's a right-footed player by that shot there, which really tested the goalkeeper. I think he was okay to take on his right. Just doesn't hit the target, does he? There he is. Wonderful turn, wonderful play. Here we go. Reminiscent of that first game there, played by Mutaliev.
Kожedub.
Oh,
gets the shot in. Flashes across the goal. What a shot that was.
I think we both thought that was going in the back of the net.
Great play again from Spartak.
Well, there's the angle. What an angle that is.
Very, very good shot from Kожedub. Very nearly struck out Rafa's arm. Elbow outstretched. End to end at the moment. Peter. Oh, lovely touch. Andrei.
Enjoying himself, isn't he, Peter?
Alberto in a bit of space over on the far side. Well switched. Adrian. Romero. Victor. Peter. Decoy run in front of him from Lorenzo. Mutaliev. Good strength on the ball. Saumov. Saumov. Can't get out their own final third at the moment. Spartak, well played by Real Madrid, just keeping them boxed in. Now that's a good-looking ball out to Kожedub. Goalkeeper will be favourite to get that one, though. Runs through to Marcos.
That was a good ball, though. Real tester.
Good idea. Kожedub have got a little bit of space over there. Lorenzo.
Oh, what's going on here? The referee's been pulled over to the sidelines.
No, I think it's a communication problem.
Oh, no.
That's the radio man who sorts out the communication with the assistants and with VAR. To Spire Academy against Kashiwa Reysol. First matchup tomorrow, don't forget. And then the big one is the final. Rangers against AS Roma. Mouth-watering final here at the Kass International Cup tomorrow. There's that save again from Marcos. Victor. Peter. Moving away through 4, Andrew. Muscled off the ball by Frolov. Free kick to Real Madrid.
Just dances past people, doesn't he, Peter? So light on his feet.
10 victories in a row Real Madrid achieved recently in the Youth League in Spain. Currently top of the league. Spartak are currently second in the Russian Youth League. Suffered a recent loss against Lokomotiv Moscow. Mutaliev, put in by Andriy. We talked the other day, didn't we, about some of the famous sons that have played in this tournament. I know there was somebody wrote an article in the magazine the other day. Was it Daniel Maldini played? Paolo Maldini's son and Diego Simeone's son.
Yeah.
Do you think that puts more pressure on a player when you've got a famous dad?
Yeah, definitely. Especially if he was good. Got to follow him.
Maldini, all the Maldinis have played in defence, haven't they? And when the young Maldini played here, he played wide in midfield, I think, and just looked a little bit out of sorts. And you think
it's just instant, isn't it? Supporters, you know, try and put you up against your dad. I mean, never mind his son. What player could live up to Maldini's standards? How many European Cups has he won?
Exactly.
It's outrageous. Something like 5 European Cups. I'm sure he's won.
Saw a couple of Zinedine Zidane's sons play here, didn't we? One of them, Luke, as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Which, slightly unusual, with Zidane, of course, being such a great midfielder.
He should be okay. He's got a chance. He won't get compared to his dad, will he?
No, not in goal.
George Ware.
Yeah.
Timothy Ware. He's
living up to his expectations at the moment.
Scoring goals at Celtic.
Yeah. Corner to Real Madrid. The referee still having problems with the communications. This is the problem when the technology doesn't work. I don't know if you've seen that film. I think it's called Kill the Ref, which was filmed during the Euro 2004 Championships in Switzerland and Austria. I'm sure it's called Kill the Ref, but basically what they do, all the referees, because they're mic'd up, you can actually hear, it's a film, fly on the wall, you can hear the conversation between referees and assistants.
Okay.
And it's absolutely fascinating, the stuff that goes on. That was I think the infamous one where Howard Webb had threats against him, I think.
Oh, right. I remember one from years ago when Tony Adams was playing it for Arsenal down at Millwall at the Old Den, and he gave it to the referee, and you know, if you did that today, you'd be sent off. One of the first times a referee was mic'd up, and
yeah, I think that's why, in general terms, we don't hear referees. Obviously, in rugby, apparently, it's all very polite and it's very yes sir, no sir. I don't think you could do it in football. You'd need to do it on a delay with someone with a bleep machine.
Soon have to learn, wouldn't they?
Anyway, it's a good film. Watch it if you get the chance. Oh! Good header from Rafa, but just wide of the target.
It's only like when you go when you're in front of your mum and dad at home, or you go to see your gran and granddad. You don't swear there, do you? Well, subconsciously.
Some people might.
Yeah, most people don't. Hope not, anyhow.
It's true. No, it's a good film if you get a chance to watch it. Seek it out. It's very enlightening when you work in the business that we work in. Andriy. Lorenzo. Saumov did well, place it out off Lorenzo for a throw to Spartak Moscow. There's too many white shirts around Peter on that occasion. Grigoriev, brought down by Adrian.
It's wonderful when you see a left-footed player like Peter for Real Madrid or Grigoriev for Spartak Moscow. They just have that, I don't know, there's a fluency, they just, something different on the eye.
Here's Grigoriev again, nicely stabbed out to Mutaliev, needs a bit of quality on the cross. Grigoriev blocked away for another corner.
There's different phases of play. It's a tough game for both sides because 1 minute Real Madrid are on top, next thing Spartak Moscow have a little 5 or 10 minutes on the ball where they're enjoying it and creating chances.
They threatened twice from corners on the opposite side. What can they do from this one? Oh. He's gone for another corner. Stepаненко got the touch on that one.
He knows what he's doing here.
Just flicked the goalkeeper's fingers, I think. That's why he's gone for the... Difficult for the referee to see, but she has given the corner.
He wanted the penalty, didn't he?
It's Kожedub with the delivery. Away by Victor. Толстопятов. Good block before he got to the goalkeeper. Alberto. Andriy. Adrian. Now Victor. Peter. Can he conjure up this time? Lorenzo gets it back from Carlos. Alberto. It's Mutaliev that goes across to try and prevent him getting the ball over.
He's just switched flanks for the moment.
Victor. Andriy.
Oh,
nicely done, Lorenzo. Looking for Pau. Carlos goes down in the penalty area. Long range shot, straight at the goalkeeper.
That's good pressure from Real Madrid. Side to side. End up with a shot from fair distance out. It was on target.
There's a Real Madrid player down, maybe needing some treatment. Just to remind you of the finishing positions that we know so far. Suwon Samsung finished in 12th, PSG in 11th after the French side won 5-4 in that playoff match a couple of nights ago. Raja Club Athletic finishing in 10th, Bayern Munich in 9th, Etoile in 8th and Altenorde in 7th after their 3-0 win over Etoile earlier today. There's the pitch we're on at the moment, the one just at the back, just behind to the left. It'll be the pitch we use tomorrow for the final. Should be a good atmosphere tomorrow as well. There's the challenge on Romero that saw him take a little knock on the back of the leg, but he's...
Seemed to be much, didn't it?
Looks okay. Come off, of course. Wonderful view, the drone out over Aspire Park, looking back to Aspire Zone. Another one of the fan banners in the crowd. And there's Lancho, who took that knock in the first half. See the ice pack on the shin. A bit like Kader earlier on, he tried to carry on, but Injury got the better of him in the end as he came off at half-time. Sаумов. Mutалиев. Gregoriev. Nicely done by Spartak. That's quick passing, but Sаумов gives the ball away to Victor.
It might be another, not the same scoreline as the first game between these two sides. Might be a 3-2, but I haven't got a clue who's going to get it.
Well, here comes Spartak looking to try and get themselves in front. Kожедуб trailed 1-0 in the first half to Carlos's goal, turned it around to make it 2-1 with Golятов scoring twice, one from the penalty spot before Carlos equalled things up before half-time. Sаумов. Frolov. Толстопятов. Working the ball nicely, Spartak again. Kожедуб, early ball in looking for Голятов, away by Victor for the corner.
Yeah, good ball that into the box, awkward for the Real Madrid defender.
What can they do this time? A couple of times we've gone close from corners. The ball whipped in, away by Rafa. Sаумов. Course back to Borishkin. Lorenzo, the fullback's the furthest one forward. Ooh. Borishkin so intent on getting round Lorenzo that the pass was straight through to his opposite number, Marcos. Been a good game again between these two. Played on the second day of the tournament. Stepanenko just slipped as he got near the edge of the penalty area, away by Peter, just released the ball quickly. Now Pau. Alberto. Peter. Alberto's continued his run, stepped through towards Andre. Oh, he might just get there ahead of Frolov.
Penalty.
Goes down, Carlos scores! Referee allowed play to continue, and Carlos gets his hat-trick. Good refereeing as Andre went down, but I thought the goalkeeper was favouring to get that one as that ball came through, but I think he's mistimed that, Borishkin, and Carlos has picked up the rebound and rolled it into the net.
Really attack with pace here, Real Madrid. Andre does really well. Gets behind the defender, gets in front of Borishkin. I thought it was a penalty. If they don't score the goal, I'm sure it would have been brought back. Carlos there for his hat-trick on the night. Definite penalty for me if they didn't score the goal, Real Madrid. He just slots inside the post, 3-2 Real Madrid. It's a repeat of the second day at the moment.
At the moment. Third hat-trick of this championships as well. The previous two scored by Rangers, Nathan Youngcoombs and Chris McKee. I thought Borishkin was favourite to get that, but Andre just made life difficult for him. Now Spartak find themselves behind once again. Sаумов trying to play Mutалиев. He's just going to roll out of play, though. Halfway through, just over through this second half. Real Madrid bidding to finish in 5th place. Frolov, solid challenge. It's Levchenko. Romero. Spartak will keep pressing, you can be sure of that. Already shown they can cause problems for the Real Madrid defence, as they've done, not just in the first half when they scored the 2 goals, but the chances they've created in the second half, mainly from set pieces. one long-range shot as well, tipped over by Marcos. Alberto.
Wonderful play. This is great build-up play by Real Madrid.
Pau. Peter.
Oh,
Lovely ball inside the fullback. Lorenzo needs some quality on the cross. Doesn't get the quality required. Real Madrid lost at this stage of the competition last year, but beaten by Aspire International, having beaten AC Milan in the battle in the losing playoffs. 3-1 to Aspire International on that occasion. Must have been delighted to see them not on the roster this year. Lovely flick. Here's Golятов. He too going in search of his hat-trick. Showed too much of it to Victor, though. Good defending.
just comes over there, Victor, and just mops up at the back there for Real Madrid. Sees out the danger. Showing themselves now, Real Madrid. We'll keep the ball all night long. You've got to step up now, Spartak Moscow. We'll do this all evening, Real Madrid.
Alberto. Good running again by Pau. Толстопятов goes across, brings down Pau, and he'll get a yellow card, the central defender. Good running again off the ball by Pau to make himself available. Pau over the free kick. Carlos is in there again, 3 goals to his name already. 4 in the tournament. Pau's free kick.
Oh.
Here is Carlos! And side foots into the bottom corner for his 4th goal of the game. And it really is turning into a scoring masterclass for the man who played at fullback in the first match against Spartak, playing up front tonight, and he's got 4 goals, and he now has 5 for the tournament.
I mean, the build-up to this goal was something else really from Real Madrid, and it led to that free kick. I mean, he gets quite lucky, he takes up a good position, and it's a good finish in the end, the 4th of the evening for Carlos. And, you know, maybe the keeper could have saved it. He's gone for the far post there. He's trying to. Well, the keeper's got to save it for me. It doesn't matter. What a night for him. Yeah, look, the reaction of Borishkin then. He knows himself. He should have either pushed it round the post or hung on to it.
Shake of the head from Borishkin. Remember, Timothy Weah here scoring, was it 5 against Shanghai Greenland in that 13-0 win in the lower place matches?
That's a record.
Carlos has got 4 to his name now. Good ball over the top. Grigoriev. Good covering though from Rafa. Concedes the corner. Madrid are going to make a change. Fair is going to come on. Good punch away by the goalkeeper.
Seems to scoop it away, didn't he?
It wasn't a clean punch, yeah, as you say, it was sort of...
He was under immense pressure. I thought he did well then.
Levchenko. Adrian. Real Madrid throw, give them chance to make the change is going to be Romero that's coming off. So Fair becomes the third change made by Manuel Fernandez. Made a couple of changes at half-time. They've got that 2-goal cushion now, though, Real Madrid. Are they going to go one better than last year and finish the tournament in 5th place? Fair Rodriguez, or Fernandez Rodriguez, Rufo to give him his full title. Just over a quarter of an hour to go. Headed out by Sаумов. Lorenzo. Peter goes on ahead of him. Nice reverse ball played into Fair, the substitute. Andri's in the centre, just cut out by Stepanenko. Mutaliev.
Run into trouble there in the edge of his own box. How many blue shirts are around him? Looking very, very comfortable now, Real Madrid.
Alberto. Will they finish with the scoring? Probably not, knowing Real Madrid. They'll want to keep their foot on the accelerator and finish on a high. Fair. Peter. Mutaliev. It's Frolov. Толстопятов. Taken down by Mutaliev. Gregoriev onto Levchenko, giving the ball away again. Pau tried to thread it through to Carlos. Here comes Spartak, bit of space maybe. Carlos getting back on defensive duty. Stepanenko. Blocked by Rafa. Driven in low, it's in behind Golятов. Mutaliev going cross the penalty area. Hits the Real Madrid defender, 3 of them in front of him.
You know what Lorenzo does really well then? Mutaliev just creates a little bit of space, but Lorenzo closes in down as he comes inside, gets closer to the Spartak striker, gets a block on the shot in the end.
A good defending by Real Madrid. Andri.
Just switching the play all the time now, Real Madrid. Might be another chance here.
Volleyed effort from distance. You're going to make another couple of changes. Real Madrid. Adrian's coming off to be replaced.
What's the
Oh, it's the other, sorry, it's the other side that are making a change first. It's Gloydman that's coming on in place of Frolov. So a straight swap with Gloydman going in alongside Толстопятов. Double change coming up for Real Madrid in a minute. Their final 2. Gwencha and Jesus. Good turn by Sаумов. Mutaliev. Is he about to show us what he can do? Well, he half did. He got to the byline and slices the ball horribly out.
When he gets that movement right, the fullbacks can't stop it.
Yeah.
You know, here we go, bump. It's just that little change of speed.
Here comes the changes for Real Madrid. Lorenzo going off and Jesus coming on. Quencher is going to replace the 4-goal hero Carlos. So it's a round of applause from his teammates as he leaves the field. Fine performance of goal scoring from Carlos. 4 on the night, 5 in the tournament. And he's the reason Real Madrid lead here by 4 goals to 2 with just over 10 minutes to go. Followed by Glойдман, Peter. Alberto. It's given away by Adrian. Mutaliev tried to go through Rafa. Challenged by Summer. A goal kick though.
Space behind the defender then for Mutaliev to go into, but he tried to pass, tried to toe poke it through, and he was expecting him to beat the defender.
Adrian's gone into defence since the substitutions. Good header away by Rafa.
Towering header.
It's given away by Levchenkov. Now Peter.
Oh,
Goalkeeper's a long way out, but manages to backtrack.
Fantastic vision.
A bit more height on that from Peter, and that could have caused a few problems.
Yeah, he was in his own half as well. What a goal that would have been.
Kожedub.
Yeah.
Golятов! Oh, he's hit the post! What a chance! Almost in slow motion, the goalkeeper rooted to the spot. Golятov made a good contact, but the ball comes back square off the woodwork.
So unlucky, great style, good contact, and he's so close to making it 8 for the tournament, Golятov.
Would have made the last few minutes interesting if that would have gone in. Here's Peter. Looking for Pau. Толстопятов with a good solid challenge to win the ball back for Spartak and goes driving forward down that far side. Gwenchu, the man that's come in at full-back. Andriy just loses out. Stepanenko. Vlad Shitov is waiting to come on. The twins, Vitali, his brother, also on the bench. Football across, putting Rafa under pressure. It's gone out for a corner. So here comes the change. Grigoriev is the man coming off. There's Golyatov's shot once again. Goalkeeper rooted to the spot. And agonising as the ball came back off the post. It wasn't actually the greatest contact, to be fair, having seen it for a second time. So it's another corner to Spartak Moscow. Oh, swinger misses everybody this time.
Good ball though, wasn't it?
Nobody
bouncing the 6-yard box. Here we go.
Someone coming around the back to put a bit of pressure on. Vashkovic, Vyacheslav, no doubt will have learned a lot about his squad during the course of this tournament, as most of the coaches will have. Not just about the football, of course, but about the players' general demeanour and the way they've been as part of a group, being away from home. Gwencha. Adrian. Good ball, Peter. Adri. Adrian. Played by Gwencha. Pushed it down the line. There's nobody there though. Kojedub will get there first. Coolly done by Rafa. Hromin. Golятов. Glойдман. Not finding much space up front at the moment. Spartak, difficult for the Russians to get out of their own half, and they've given the ball away. Here's Peter. Goes past Glойдман, still going. Peter! Good save by Borishkin. Well, his performances in the last two games have deserved a goal, Peter. But that time he found the goalkeeper in good form, spread himself well, Borishkin. That's a good save. Pau coming across to take the corner. He'll be disappointed with a couple of the goals, Borishkin, and the award of the penalty when he... Well, would have been a penalty rather had Carlos not scored, having brought down Andriy. Disappointed not to have grabbed the ball cleanly. Away by Stepanenko. Shot from Jesus is blocked. Back in again and behind for a corner. Rafa claiming there was a handball in there. The Real Madrid corner. Pau's gone from one side to the other to take this one. Away by Golятов. Andriy. Caught in possession. Kojedub. Sаумов. Stepanenko caught in possession. Peter just overhits the pass, aimed towards Pau. Time running away now for Spartak. Those chances they had at the start of the second half look like they've probably cost them. A chance for Mutaliev as well when he skewed the ball wide from close in. But Real Madrid have been clinical in front of goal. Carlos with 4. Looks as though Madrid will get a second win over the Russians in the tournament, having beaten them 3-2 in the group stage. Mutaliev still going. Oh, he's in behind Golятов. Here comes Sаумов. Oh, played the ball in first time. It just took a little deflection, which took the pace off it. Glойдман. Aspire Academy against Kashiwa Reysol coming up tomorrow in the final. Rangers against AS Roma to their wins over Kashiwa and Aspire respectively. Roma, of course, needing penalties 4-1 after a 2-2 draw to beat Aspire Academy. Mutaliev. With some support down this near side, but Sаумов had just tucked inside, shepherding Peter. Jesus. Andriy. Oh, just got the ball caught under his feet, might get a second chance. Peter. Went for the curler. Good save, Borishkin. That was going in. Great attempt from Peter and a fine stop from Borishkin. Great bend on that ball as he tried to curl it inside that far post. Corner to Real Madrid. All the pushing going on at the back post, which the referee has spotted. Pau will swing over the corner.
Okay, number 3, the same. We're watching you.
Well taken, Borishkin again. Good save, pair of hands. Now he'll try and get Spartak moving forward quickly. Madrid have kept 3 players back. Shitov. Trying to feed it down the line towards Hromin. 5 minutes added time, so there might still be time for Spartak to get something. Be a mere consolation if they could get another goal. That'll be a foul on Rafa. Wonderful sight under lights. Shitov. Levchenkov. Stepanenko. Victor. Maybe there's time for Real Madrid to get another goal. Peter. Victor stayed forward. Tried his luck himself. Too many bodies to get through before he could reach goal. Mutaliev. Adrian. Quencher. Alberto. Look comfortable in possession tonight, Real Madrid. Difficult to dispossess when they've got the ball at times. Great exponents of running the clock down. When they got that equaliser late against Suwon, they literally just camped in their own half for 5 or 6 minutes, happy to take the point that put them through to the quarter-finals, but that's where their luck ran out. Beaten by Kashiwa Reysol. But they are going to finish, it would appear, in 5th place in the competition this year, 1 better than last year. Pau. Quencher. Well defended by Kazadub. Hromin. Golятов. Caught by the tackle from Pau. Peter. Victor. To the 4th minute of added time. Jesus, lovely ball over the top. Peter couldn't quite bring it under control, grabbed by Borishkin. It's Kожедуб caught in possession. It's been a strong finish from Real Madrid. Could have had another couple of goals, a couple of good saves from Borishkin. Redeemed himself for a The chances, or a couple of shots from Carlos that he should maybe have kept out, but he'll draw a little bit of confidence from that in the final stages. Victor pressing forward again. That's in behind Andriy. Golятов. He could well finish as the top scorer in the tournament. 7 goals to his name. Nathan Youngcoombs has 4, so he needs to get a hat-trick tomorrow to draw level with Golятov. Big ask against AS Roma. Here's Pau. Well, the match comes to an end with Real Madrid ending strongly, keeping possession away from Spartak, and the Russians will be disappointed to have lost out again to the Spanish team for the second time. It was a masterclass of finishing, though, from Carlos, who scored 4. Golятov scored another couple to move on to 7 for the tournament, as Real Madrid finish in 5th. Spartak finish in 6th position. Creditable effort for their first tournament. It was all about this one. Carlos opened the scoring, rounded Borishkin to score the opener in the first half. But then came the turnaround. Golятov levelled with a fine first-time shot, and then after Grigoriev was brought down in the penalty area, Golятov again stepped up straight down the middle to make it 2-1. But Carlos resisted the tackles to get his second before half-time and make it 2-2. And then he cropped up again, second half. That probably would have been a penalty had he not found the net after Andriy was brought down by Borishkin. And then Carlos again side-footing in. Borishkin probably should have got a better hand on it. The ball going into the back of the net. Carlos is the MVP, as you can imagine.